So, people have been waiting for IM Music for, no joke, 5 years now. And it might not feel like it. It definitely didn't feel like it whenever I seen that. Whole Lot of Red dropped on at 2020, or in 2020. So, this has been a 5 year wait. This is something people have been waiting for 5 years, thinking about for 5 years. He's been lying, or not really lying, but setting up fake anticipate or fake no, I wouldn't even say fake rollouts. I mean, I guess dropping all those singles was real. It just, I don't know, poorly managed rollouts, I guess. But we finally have it. Yeah, it might not have been because he necessarily wanted to drop. He was kind of legally obliged to, because they set up those pre-orders and all that merch 6 months ago. So he kind of had to drop. It wasn't really his choice anymore. But no matter how we got it, we have it now. So maybe that was always his plan. I mean, he knew he had to drop, so might as well just work on it until it has to come out, and this is what we got. 30 songs. 34 now, because today he released a version with those 2020, not 2020, but all those singles that he did, minus Ketamine. Ketamine is not on it, but Backrooms, 2024, and that one song, like the first single from it, that I wasn't really, I think it's called Different Day. I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but that one's on there. So, because it's 5 years, you kind of have to look at the 30 song releases, or 30 song count, as kind of, you have to look at it a little differently, or at least I do, because with the way Playboi Carti is, this might be the last 30 songs we get from him for 10 years. I mean, you don't really know with him, so it's kind of, I look at it through a different lens than I do with a different album, or, you know what I mean, like one that, with an artist that drops every year. If you drop every year and you drop a 30 song project, I think that's insane. But with Playboi, I don't necessarily, because, I mean, do we really think this will be, like, do we think we're going to get a project next year? I certainly don't. He's teasing another project called Baby Boy, but is he going to drop that? Probably not. I mean, you don't really know. So I don't look at these 30 songs as a negative. It works both ways a little bit, because it is kind of a negative, because listening to this album from beginning to end is definitely a stretch. It is a pain. It's a chore. But whenever you take out these songs individually, it works a lot better, and they're a little better than listening to them all in one stretch. It was kind of like Pink Tape in that way. Pink Tape was long, but it was kind of like a build your own album, because like it had all types of sounds on there. So it ended up kind of working in its favor a little bit. Not all the way, and it still could be seen as a negative, but for me it's more of a positive, because I was able to take a lot of songs out of this that I can listen to in different moods, different times. There's no real theme or consistent sound like with Whole Lot of Red, or like with Dial-It, or really any of his other projects. But that doesn't necessarily bother me, because like I said, this is 30 different Playboi Carti songs. This is the most versatile he's probably been besides Whole Lot of Red, or at least on one project. This is definitely like an overloaded mixtapes type of thing almost. That's how I kind of looked at it. Or at least I seen someone say that on Twitter, and I was like, that's actually a really fair description. Like, it's basically just a humongous mixtape almost. A lot of songs, so it is long, but when I'm listening to these songs by themselves, it is much better, basically is what I'm trying to get at. A lot of, like, very large sounding songs, a lot of very, just big, like Crank is a very big sounding song, or the intro sounds very large, very thematic, very big. I bet a lot of these songs would be amazing in the gym. Actually, I know a few of them are good at the gym. Crank hits crazy hard in the gym. I love Crank. Toxic is really good in the gym with a really good Skepta feature. And a lot of, like this, I bet this will go crazy at concert. He'll probably go on tour soon. I don't know if that's been announced or something, or if he will. I know his last tour got canceled, but these songs will go crazy, probably. These will be maybe not as amazing as like Whole Lot of Red ones did, or it might not cause that. Like, hearing Whole Lot of Red in concert, I didn't personally see it, but like I seen people enjoying. I was like, dang, that kind of makes me look at the album a little differently, and it made a lot of other people look at it differently, and made a lot of people like it. Kind of, I mean, a lot of people say if an album, a lot of people are hating on it, and then they start liking it again, people are saying an album is gonna have a Whole Lot of Red effect, or it is having a Whole Lot of Red effect. People aren't liking it, then they start liking it. You know what I mean? Kevin, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Kendrick Lamar has been a big point of this album. A lot of, a big reason he is on this is because he's probably one of the biggest rappers right now. Because of everything that's happened. Automatically, sales are going to go up. A lot of interest in the album. Like, whenever I heard that they were going to be on the same song, I was like, how in the world is that going to sound? These guys are two completely different people. I feel like his inclusions are not bad, and his songs are honestly good, but they don't mesh well. Their swag, their persona, their aura, their everything is completely different. These guys are two completely separate people who make two completely separate sounds of music, so it just doesn't work. It does not work in my opinion, but I can still listen to the songs here and there. Like the song Jojo, is that what it's called? With his ad-libs. That's a good song. It's okay. I mean, it ain't great, but that doesn't change that. Like, in the back of my head, I'm like, wow, these guys are like, you're just two completely different people, honestly. You can get that he's there just because, like, to lift sales and stuff, and he's on a lot of songs. His inclusion on this project is way bigger than what I thought it was going to be, and probably what many people thought it would be. Kind of the same with Travis Scott. Excuse me. They're not bad, but at this point, you've been waiting 5 years for a Playboi Carti album. You've been waiting 5 years. Would you rather hear him try and work with multiple different people that we haven't heard before, or more songs with Uzi, or would you rather hear 5 songs with Travis Scott that aren't bad? But, I mean, I just wanted to hear more variety. Why is there 5 Travis Scott songs? 1, 2, another song besides Backrooms. That would have been dope. And Backrooms is on that little deluxe edition he did. That's a great song. I love it a lot. I would have rather heard it than his inclusion on what's it called? Charge Them Hoes a Fee. And I like him on that song. I really like Philly. I think Crush is a better song with his ad-libs. But him just on a couple of ones, he didn't have to be on Wake Up Filthy. He didn't have to be on it. You know what I mean? It definitely could have been better. But this album as a whole is able to feel very large and quite a bit of variety. I wish there was more Uzi, like I said, instead of so many Travis songs, but hearing a Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert song together is, for the first time in however long, is very nice. It's very cool. It makes you enjoy the song more. It could have been better, honestly, but I still like Jumpin'. I do. I still like it, and there's literally a whole Uzi song on here that is, I don't even think Carti's on it, is he? I mean, it's still cool. It reignites a little bit of 1629 mixtape hope. Hopefully that happens one day. Maybe we'll get to hear at least a version of it at some point in our lives or in my life. But maybe we won't. But that's okay. I loved hearing them on here. It's cool seeing them together. A couple of these songs feel like filler, but I feel like you're gonna have that when there's 30 of these songs. Which, little side mention, fun fact. What was I about to say? Holy crap, I'm an idiot. But, what was I about to say? Oh my god. Little fun fact, this album still manages to not be longer than a lot of Drake projects, and none of Drake projects besides Scorpion are 30 songs. I just thought that was a little cool mention. Anyway, definitely hits harder, like I said, in the gym, or would go crazy at a concert. The Billboard success is wild. I think all 30 songs were on Billboard. That is insane. He owns 30% of the Billboard right now. I think that's bonkers. First rapper to ever do that is insane. Like I said, I didn't even say this a lot during the Kendrick Lamar part. It is very hypocritical for Kendrick Lamar to say all this about Drake and to have this stance and have these morals, and then be on a song with Playboi Carti, who's an alleged woman beater and is very could be a very big reason for a lot of people to say black people are not good dad stereotypes, because Playboi Carti is a very absent father, or at least it seems like it, from the outside looking in. So, but a lot of people don't realize that kind of Kendrick has always kind of had this problem, because Kodak Black is on one of his albums, and even though it's for the point of the album, you're still paying him for that feature, you're still putting eyes on him from other people, it's still just a bad use, you know what I mean? So a lot of people, I feel like, you're late. You feel what I'm saying? You are late to Kendrick Lamar being a bit of a hypocrite. And I think he's even said before in his own music that he's a hypocrite. So, are you surprised? I wasn't surprised. I mean, I was because, like, I was more so interested than surprised. You know what I'm saying? But, anyway, I for sure really like this project. Overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think that's fair, honestly. If you made it to the end of the video, then I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate you watching. I've been trying to get back into daily uploading. I know I fail a lot of the time saying that, but if you do watch all my videos, I genuinely appreciate it. If you want to join the Patreon for as little as $1.50 a month, you can see videos early and all types of different stuff and other benefits as well. I hope you guys have a great day, and I love y'all.